Iqbal, and I did my bachelor's and master's from India, from Jamia Hamdard in 2015. Then I came in US in 2017. So that time I joined the NPTE StudyBuddy like Facebook, and in that I saw one of the girls' testimony. So at that time I decided whenever I will start doing my preparation, I will do it from NPTE StudyBuddy, because that girl, she had written so good about all the mentors, Ankit sir, Mayank sir, Pooja ma'am, Puri ma'am, and everyone. So then once my credentialing was done, so then in 2020, I joined NPTE StudyBuddy. Then I gave my first attempt in 2021. But that time I did not pass, because at that time I did not study well. So after that, there was again a gap because of some reasons. Then I started again my preparation 6-7 months before. And because I have 2 kids also, and with the kids, it's really hard to study. So when they started going to school, so when they used to be in the school, I used to study that 4-5 hours. And during the last 3 months, I took mentorship from Shri ma'am, and she really helped. It was like a booster. Yeah, because the concepts, the way the mentors teach us, for example, Ankit sir's musculoskeletal, even though I did my master's also, I knew origin insertion, but I never knew how the muscles, they act. So when with Ankit sir's lectures, my concepts got clear about muscle action. What happens when origin comes to insertion, and then what happens when insertion comes to origin, and then accordingly how it affects the muscle action. So that's the basic concept of physical therapy that the physiotherapist should know. So all these concepts got clear. So I loved studying all those things. Even with Pooja ma'am's lectures, Mayank sir's stroke, we know stroke, but how Mayank sir teaches, it becomes so easy to understand. Stroke, spinal cord injury. Now I think spinal cord injury is on tips. Yeah. So they have made studies so interesting and so easy because they clear the concepts. So that helps a lot. And that's the one reason now I have loved studying. Before, in my entire life, I never loved studies. So I'm very thankful to NPTE StudyBuddy. The concepts, the way the mentors teach us, for example, Ankit sir's musculoskeletal, even though I did my master's also, I knew origin insertion, but I never knew how the muscles, they act. So when with Ankit sir's lectures, my concepts got clear about muscle action. What happens when origin comes to insertion, and then what happens when insertion comes to origin, and then accordingly how it affects the muscle action. So that's the basic concept of physical therapy that the physiotherapist should know. So all these concepts got clear. So I loved studying all those things. Even with Pooja ma'am's lectures, Mayank sir's stroke, we know stroke, but how Mayank sir teaches, it becomes so easy to understand. Stroke, spinal cord injury. Now I think spinal cord injury is on tips. Yeah. So they have made studies so interesting and so easy because they clear the concepts. So that helps a lot. And that's the one reason now I have loved studying. Before, in my entire life, I never loved studies. So I'm very thankful to NPTE StudyBuddy. My biggest challenge was like my kids, they are too small. So, they were never letting me to study. When they are at home, I had to be with them. So for that reason, for the last 3 months, I asked my mom to come and help me. Yeah, she came, but she was here for 1.5 months with me. And when she was here that time, I was completely studying. And then my husband, he also helped me a lot. But when it was just 25 days were left for my exams, my mom had to go back home, and then I was like, I will not give the exam. I talked to Shri ma'am. I told her I will not give the exam because my mom has gone, and I have a fear I won't be able to study for like 8 hours now or 10 hours. And I was like, I know the thing, but I don't want to fail this time because I'm not studying. Then Shri ma'am, she told me, no, you are doing good. You just give the exam. And my husband, he also had confidence in me, like I can do the exam. And then what happened, but I was not confident. And then what I did, I extended the mentorship with Shri ma'am, but my husband, he did not cancel my exam. He told me, I cancel your exam. And then just 5 days were left, and I got the email from FSPPT for exam. Oh, then I thought, oh, I have no option now. I have to give the exam. My money is still gone. And then I went for the exam. First 2 questions, I had no interest in giving the exam. I just did it superficially. Then after 3rd question, I was like, oh, I know this, then after that, I said, no, let's see, let's give me my best chance. And then, yeah, I gave the exam and I passed. And for the last 25 days, I did not study well even. And even I did not give my PET exam. But the basic thing is that what I feel that my concepts were clear with the lectures, and I only watched the lectures. And one book which I referred is Maggie for Special Tests, and nothing else, and just all the lectures. And with research, my husband helped me as he's a scientist, so with research he helped me. Rest lectures and nothing else. And I'm so thankful to StudyBuddy for clearing my concepts, and Shri ma'am for the last 3 months. She helped me a lot. Yeah, mentorship, it helped me because the questions which we discussed in the question, it really helped. It opened my mind how to think, how to eliminate, and how to choose the correct. And then my mentor, she had a confidence in me that I will pass the exam. And then whenever I needed help, she was there to help me. So I think that's why the mentorship is really important. And especially for the last 3 months, when the students, they are so stressed. So it gives energy. It gives them confidence, like they can pass the exam. So I think it's important. One tip which I can tell for the future NPT study aspirants is that you need to do lots of revisions so that, you are good. Because there are so many things to study. You cannot do it if you do just 1 or 2 revisions. It needs at least 5 to 6 revisions. And whatever I used to study, I used to write. And I think that's the one thing which really helped me, even though I did not studied at the last 25 days, how the students, they study usually last month. But I think revision, what I had done it before, it helped me a lot to, keep the concepts in my mind. So thank you. So I would like to say all the best to all the future NPT students who are taking the exam in the October, and do your best, study hard, and have faith in yourselves that you can do it and you'll pass the exam. Thank you.